Thank you. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for putting up with us while we got our technical things sorted out. A pleasure to meet you both. Let's dive in here a little bit. So there is what E3 Toronto is all about. We are all about helping youth improve their communication skills. I wish I had something like this when I was younger. I didn't discover helping my public speaking until I was much older. And it's a life skill. If you can get better at things now, you'll have these skills for the rest of your life, which is really kind of cool. And the one thing I really like is everybody has certain skills with communication. Some of us are good at writing things. Some of us are good at talking with our voices. Some of us may be good at telling a joke. We all have things we're good at. The job of me is to help you get better at those things and then also maybe learn some new skills. Now, I want to get to know both of you a little bit better. So we're going to play a little game. Maybe you've played it before. 2 truths and a lie. Going to tell each other 3 things about ourselves. 2 are true, 1 is a lie. We have to guess what the lie is. Your goal is to stump me when it's your turn. I'll go first, though. Here are my 3 facts. I've been interviewed on television. My oldest son is a ballet dancer. I have 2 sons, but my oldest son is a ballet dancer. And I love sushi. All right, those are the 3 facts about me. What am I lying about? What do you think is not true of those 3 things I just shared? Yes, Elwin.
I think it's that you like sushi.
Ah, okay. All right. Got to vote for sushi. And Vicky?
I think the lie is you've been interviewed on TV.
Nice. Okay. So we got 2 different ones here. Everyone thinks I wasn't lying about my son being a ballet dancer. And that is correct. My son is a ballet dancer. He's at the National Ballet School of Canada. He's been there since grade 6. So he does his school there and his dance there. And I love that he has found something he loves so much. He really loves to dance. So that's good. Okay, so that was true. So one of you is right. One of you is incorrect. Should I draw out the drama here or just release it? Okay, here we go. The thing I was lying about was loving sushi. Nicely done, Alwyn. Nicely done. I don't know why you picked that. Why did you think that?
I don't think you're Japanese, right?
No, I'm not Japanese. Oh, so that's why you went with that choice. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of sushi, to be honest with you. I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite go-to food. And yes, I was recently interviewed on television for public speaking, actually, which was kind of cool. And I got nervous. You know how your stomach gets all tied up in knots? I was very nervous about this, even though it was on Zoom and then they were going to broadcast it on TV. I was still nervous about it because I knew it was on television. It's very scary. So there you go, but a cool experience. Okay, who'd like to go next and tell us 3 things about them? 2 will be true, 1 will be the lie. Okay, Vicky, go ahead, Vicky.
I like to read. I have a pet called Benji, and it's a dog. And the 3rd one is I love playing football.
You love
playing football.
Ah. Okay. Alwyn, can you help me out here? What do you think? I'm just going to turn this off. What do you think Vicky might be lying about here?
That she likes football.
See, that's what I'm kind of thinking. The dog one sounded too specific. Okay, I'm going to go with Elwyn on this one. I think you were lying about the football. Let's hear what Vicky was lying about.
The lie was I have a pet called Benji, which is a dog.
You stumped us. Okay, so do you have a favorite team in football, or do you just like?
Yeah, I love the team called Juventus. It's an Italian team.
Yes.
And it has like a lot of famous footballers. And as you know, do you know Cristiano Ronaldo? He just moved to Manchester United.
That was big
from
news.
Juventus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Messi went somewhere. That was
PSG.
Yeah. So there's been lots of big, interesting things happening in the world of soccer or football. Sorry. Football. Yes. Very good. Excellent. I like that. Okay. It's now time for Elwyn.
Yes, it's mine.
Can he stump us? Let's see.
Can you just give me another second?
I can give you another second. Sure. Yeah. Give it a thought here. Sometimes it's tricky with these things. You want to make sure you pick a good fact. Now, Vicky, while we wait for Elwyn, do you wish you had a dog? Or have you ever had a dog? You wish you did.
I always wished one, but
do you think it'll ever come true?
Maybe when my parents think I'm more responsible.
Yes. Keep pushing, keep asking. Maybe one day. It does teach you a lot of life skills, having a dog, for sure, because you learn how to care for something, which is kind of cool. Do you have any pets then?
Oh, I used to have like a fish, but then like my fish died the next day.
Oh.
Like, yeah. But it was a long time ago.
Yeah. I used to have a betta fish. He lasted for almost 3 years before he passed. So sometimes you can have a fish that lasts a long time. Okay, Elwyn, I've given you enough time. Pressure's on now.
Okay.
Let's hear your 3. Oh, and turn your camera back on.
Okay.
Because I want to see your body language. Watch things.
I have 4 friends that live in my neighborhood.
Okay.
I had a 3-day sleepover.
Wow.
And my friend has a golden retriever.
Ooh. Oh, these are tough ones here. Okay. Vicky, what do you think he might be lying about here?
I think the lie is his friend has a golden retriever.
See, now I'm looking at his face. See, he's poker faced. He didn't smile. He didn't do anything. Oh, he's grinning a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go with, could it be another dog thing that we're lying about? You know what? I'm going to go different from Vicky. I'm going to go with the 3-day sleepover.
It was the 3-day sleepover that I was lying about.
Oh, yes.
I did have a 2-day sleepover though.
Oh, nice. You went somewhere or they came to your house?
They came to my house, and Alvin had a class. I think it was public speaking too, and they're doing like a sort of game or something, and then it's like guess like so they gave you a movie clip and they want you to figure out like some things that happened, and I helped them with it.
Nice. Yes, we played a game in our last class of the camp. Very good, Alvin. Okay, well, you stumped Vicky, but you didn't stump me, so that's good. Now, do you like dogs, Alvin?
Yes and no.
Ah.
I like them because like, I mean, I guess it's more yes because like I'm sort of allergic to cats. Like when I touch a cat and I touch my eyes, it's like my eyes gets really bumpy.
Yep. That same thing happens to me. I'm highly allergic to cats. If they touch my skin, look out. I'll have a rash. Very good. Yeah, dogs I never had a reaction to. So there you go. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit today about the basics of public speaking. There are some things that are, kind of the foundation of everything we do. There's speech construction. A lot of people don't think of this, but there is a skill to how do I organize my points? How do I move from one point to the next? How do I create an opening that grabs people's attention? And finally, how do I conclude so that everyone knows I'm finished and no one's left going, is he done or does he still have more to say? So there's the speech construction, all that work that goes into how you write your speeches. There's vocal variety, using your voice. Do you guys know the term monotone? Have you heard that word, monotone?
No.
No? I got a one yes and a, what's monotone, Alwyn?
Monotone is like basically saying something with the same like I guess voice.
Yeah. Mono means one, so it's one tone. Hi, welcome to public speaking. I'm delighted to see you all today. Let's get into class. That's monotone. And as I can hopefully have just demonstrated to you, monotone is rather boring. The audience is going to start to fall asleep because there's no variety there. We like it when our voices go up and down, when there's a little bit of something different. Our ears like that, our brains like that. But if somebody just talks with the same thing all the way through, there's trouble. The other one that you have to be careful of is uptalk. I don't know if anyone knows what uptalk is. Let me put it in there, uptalk. So uptalk, I'll give you an example of uptalk. Can you tell me what you think it is? Good morning, class. It's great to see everyone here today. I'm so delighted to be teaching this to you. Oh, can everyone tell me? Okay, so that's uptalk, which is everything sounds like a question. And occasionally it's good to have some uptalk, but if you're always doing that, it's going to get very irritating for people if everything sounds like it's a question. So we want to avoid that too. You want a good variety, nothing too crazy and nothing too repetitive. And then your word choices are very important. What sort of words are you choosing to say? Very important. And I'm always amazed how one little word can change the whole sentence. Not maybe from a meaning perspective, but from a confidence perspective. Changing one word can make you go from sounding very confident about something to maybe you're not so confident about something. I'll give you an example. You tell me what word should come out of here. In order to cut emissions and help reduce greenhouse gases, you should probably drive less. Does anyone know what word in that thing I just said should come out? What makes it sound like I'm not so sure? Did anyone catch a word? Yes, Vicky?
I think you should get rid of probably, because it shows that you're not so sure about it.
Yes, probably. You know, you should drive less. In order to reduce emissions, you should drive less. Not in order to reduce emissions, you should probably drive less. What's that mean? I can still drive as much as I want? I probably can. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll probably drive less. We want to be confident when we speak. I just know that plastic is bad for the environment. What word should come out of that sentence? I just know that plastic should come out of the environment. Yes, Elwin?
I think it's the word just.
It creeps in. People say it a lot. You'll hear it a lot. And it undermines any confidence that you have. I just know plastic's bad for the environment. I know plastic is bad for the environment. See how that changes it? It's amazing. Take out just. I just think this is the best idea. I think this is the best idea. Just take out just, and suddenly your sentence becomes confident. And these are important things when we're talking about, well, could be a research thing. Maybe we're doing an informative speech. Could be a persuasive speech where we're trying to persuade somebody to change the way they view something. We have to be careful with our words, because if we come across sounding like wishy-washy, the audience is probably not going to want to, oh, see, I just used one. The audience is probably. The audience is not going to be persuaded by you because you aren't speaking confidently. And then the last one on there was body language. How do we use our bodies to communicate effectively? And that, again, can be something that is, what's the right word? Body language can convey confidence, or it can maybe show that you're nervous about something. It can maybe get irritating for the audience because you're doing something and maybe you don't even know you're doing it because you're so nervous. Can anyone tell me what I'm doing right now that's not good with my body language? Yes, Vicky?
You're moving back and forward, which is like a bit irritating for people.
Yes. You know, it's great. A lot of our online presentations, we are sitting down. But I have seen students that maybe not rock as obvious as I was rocking, but they're doing this because they're nervous. The energy comes out. Some people that are on chairs like mine, I'll see them doing this while they're talking because they're on a chair that can move back and forth. Any of those kinds of things, what ends up happening is the audience stops listening to what you're saying and they start focusing on, oh my God, look at him. He's twisting back and forth. And we don't want that. We want the audience to be focused on what we're saying, not on what we are doing. So we have to be mindful. If we're a fidgeter, if we know we like to fidget, then get a chair that has 4 legs and won't twist. Be mindful that, okay, I like to rock. Half the battle is just knowing you like to do something. And then when you catch yourself doing it, you say, okay, I got to stop. And then you just stop as best you can. So body language is very important in how we speak. Now, there's another thing with body language right now. Well, let me give you another example, and you tell me if this is confident body language or not. I think greenhouse gases are the number one thing that we need to reduce. And really, it means we have to drive less. Okay, what was my body language there?
I guess if you had a paper underneath you, you're looking at the paper.
Yes.
Or like you didn't make eye contact with any of the audience.
Okay, and why is that? What does that show to the audience?
That you didn't really practice.
Possibly. Let's pretend I'm Vicky for a second. Mom, Dad, we should really get a dog. Like, don't you think we should get a dog, Mom and Dad? What does that say to Vicky's mom and dad, if that's the way she asks? Does anyone know? Oh, Vicky froze. Uh-oh, we may have lost Vicky. Alwyn, what do you think your parents would say if you didn't look them in the eye when you asked for something?
I guess that I don't really want it. Like I'm shy to ask or something.
Yeah. You don't look confident. Oh, Vicky's back. Oh, now oh, Vicky's gone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Guess who's back? Back again. Vicky's back. Tell a friend.
Hello. I think my internet had some problem and
You
kicked
froze?
me out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're back. Alwyn just said that eye contact is important because if you don't look somebody in the eye, they're going to think maybe you're not sure about what you're saying or asking for. And there's a challenge right now with online presentations. Is our natural thing is to look at people in the eye. It's very tempting for me to actually look at Alwyn and look at Vicky. But if I do this, if I'm looking at Vicky while I'm talking, yes, her and I maybe look like we're having good eye contact, but Alwyn's going to say, why is Steve not looking at me? Why is he not looking at me? So right now, we have to look at the lovely camera. As much as we maybe want to look at people down below, we got to keep looking at the camera so that everyone sees our eye contact, not just the one person I'm looking at or the one person I'm looking at. And I don't know if either of you have multiple screens. Sometimes I have students that their people are here and the camera's there. And so what do? They spend the whole speech looking over here because they think they're looking at the people, when in reality, all the people are seeing is the side of their head because they're looking off to the side. So you always have to look wherever your camera is and look at the camera when you're doing a presentation. If we were just chatting, then I could be down below. If it's just us just chatting informally, I can look. But if I'm in class and I'm doing an online presentation, I have to look at the camera. So keep that in mind. Let me keep an eye on my time. Okay. The other thing that I will talk about quickly here is the different types of speeches that you can do. For the most part, based on what I've learned over my last almost 2 years now of doing public speaking classes, informative speeches is a lot of what you would be doing at school. You're going to be doing an informative speech at school. You're going to be giving information to your classmates. There's persuasive speaking, which again, sometimes school will ask for you to persuade the audience on something. That has a lot of skill to it because you have to convince somebody else that your viewpoint is correct. And there's a skill in how you organize that, how you say it. Humorous speaking, there are some tricks there if you're doing a humorous type of speech. And then finally, inspirational speaking, which is kind of like, I look at some of the greatest speakers of our time. Martin Luther King, although he's a little bit older, I guess now. Barack Obama. Nelson Mandela. There are people that just inspire you. They take the words and they make you go, yes, let's do this. It's inspirational speaking. And that's really a great form of public speaking. Now, let's just talk about each type of speech for just a brief second here. So if I'm doing an informative speech, do I want it to be lots of facts, or should there be something else in that speech? Or should I just go and recite a whole bunch of research I found? What do you guys think? Oh, I stumped the audience. Okay, be careful with putting too much facts in a speech. That sounds funny, doesn't it? Too much facts. But if all you're doing is telling people this and this and this and this and this and this, they're going to be like, whoa, this is way too much information. So your challenge there, find the facts that are really important, and then maybe mix in some stories about those facts. I once had somebody do a speech about deforestation. Very interesting speech. And within the speech of deforestation, she gave us some facts. And then she said, in my neighborhood, I'm starting to see wildlife come into my urban space because we've cut down all the trees. I'm seeing coyotes and foxes, raccoons, all coming into the city because we've cut down a lot of the forests where I live. So that was effective because it was a change. It was still informative, but it was a story, not more facts about how many acres have been cut. What's the other one? Persuasive. Oh, and then humorous. The only thing I would say about humorous is after you tell somebody a joke, you have to pause. Does anyone know why? Why can't I just keep talking after I've told a joke?
Let them register what you just said.
Yes. Let them have their laugh. Then move on, because if they're laughing and you're talking about the next thing, they're not going to hear you. Now, Vicky, what do you think you should do if you tell a joke and no one laughs?
Just continue where you were, like your speech.
You continue. You don't say, is my mic not working? Why is no one laughing right now? That was a funny joke. No, you don't do that. You just move on. You just move on. You think, okay. And I've had speeches where I think, oh, this is really funny. And when I do it, nobody laughs. And then there's other things in my speech where I think, oh, this isn't that great. And people go crazy. So you never can tell what people will laugh at. But yes, don't stop. Just keep going. And hopefully they're going to laugh at something else that you may have in your speech. And what about the story is so funny, we are laughing while we're telling it? Is that a good idea?
No.
Why not, Elwin?
because then they can't hear you that clearly.
Right. Yes. You'll see this, like, when somebody does stand-up comedy, they're not laughing while they're telling the story, and they don't laugh at their own story. Even after they finish telling it, they don't laugh. It's just, yeah, you don't want to have people misunderstanding you or not fully understanding what you have to say. Okay, where's my time at here? I've got a couple of minutes left, I think. So let's do a quick little exercise here. Now, this will test us in a number of ways. I think of news reporters as every day they're doing a speech, they're doing a presentation, because they're on the scene, they're at the news site, they have to give us a report, tell us what's going on, give us all the good details about what's going on, how it impacts our world, why is it noteworthy. And when you think about it, you don't see newscasters rocking while they're talking, or not looking at the camera, or laughing while they're saying something. So I'm going to make you two news reporters, and you're going to do a mini report for us. Now, these are kind of funny headlines, so I'll allow you to laugh and smile if you want. But I want you to create the news report. I'm going to throw it to you. I'll be the anchor, and I'm going to say that you are on the scene, and I want you to give me the details. So this is going to test your ability to think fast and creatively. Don't overthink it. Don't be thinking, geez, I wonder what this would look like, or I wonder that, or don't worry about it. We're just having fun here. So don't worry too much about that. Oh, somebody else has joined us. Brian's joined us. Hi, Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Hi. Early in the morning. Thank you for joining us. We're just about to do some news reports. I won't make you do one because you're just getting here, but you can listen to the news reports. Tell us what you think of them. Okay, does anybody wish to go first? No. Okay. I'm going to pick. Oh boy. I'm going to pick Vicky to go first. All right, here we go. I'm at the news anchor desk.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
So is the task to make up, I'm the news reporter and I have to say or make up anything about what the news is?
Yeah, I'm going to give you kind of an idea of what the report should be about. Okay, so for example, I've got one on here about, let me see one here. Goats invade a town's streets because of coronavirus, and everyone's in lockdown, so the goats are running wild in the streets. So I would say to you, okay, Vicky, tell us about the goats and what they're doing in this town. And then you're just gonna deliver a report. Describe for us what you saw or what's going on. Just have some fun with it. Okay, so you ready? Here it goes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news coming into us. Let me look here. Oh, yes. Vicky is standing by in downtown Shanghai, where today police uncovered a woman was keeping over 300 cats in her apartment. Vicky, can you tell us about this woman and how she came to have so many cats living with her?
Yes, this woman, I saw her just walking by and these cats were just following her around, and I was so surprised. I did not know what I was seeing, and I went there and asked her, why do you have 300 cats? And guess what she said? Oh, these are my pets. They follow me everywhere, to my job, even my office.
Oh my goodness. Now, so they were living with her in her apartment?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And
Are they all well
one
cared
has-
for?
Sorry, what did you say?
I was going to say, are they all well cared for, or how is she able to care for this many?
Oh, she had to buy all of the cat food from the supermarket, where at the end all the cat food are gone.
Any other details you'd like to share with us, Vicky?
Oh, and on the other day, I also saw this man with 300 more dogs talking to the woman who had 300 cats. And the dogs and cats were just barking and playing around and looked like they enjoyed.
Crazy. Good job, Vicky. You know, I liked a few things in your report. One, you smiled while you talked. Always good to smile while you talk because it makes your tone that much friendlier. So I love that. And I also love that you spoke slowly enough that we could understand what you were saying. You weren't racing too fast and talking so fast that we couldn't understand you. You were talking at a nice tone and a pace. So very good job there with that report. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going to our next reporter, Elwin. Elwin's standing by, where today at Ripley's Aquarium in downtown Toronto, there was a theft of a shark. Yes, folks, a shark was stolen from the aquarium. Now, the police feel, get this, the thieves used a baby carriage to get the shark out. Elwin, can you tell us about this theft at the aquarium?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Stephen, sir, for putting me on the line. Right now, I am standing in Ripley's Aquarium at the site of the scene. As we can see by the security camera, at the site of this thief, we could see this thief put we could see this thief with a baby stroller taking this shark from the aquarium out into the open. Somehow, by wonders, he was not caught right on that scene.
Now, is it just one person, Elwin, or is it multiple people that participated in this theft?
It was just one person, and somehow he managed to get the shark inside of the baby stroller.
Wow. Now, what should the public do if they see this man?
If they see this man, probably stay away from him and his baby stroller, or else he might kidnap you.
Excellent job, Elwin. Nice job with that report. I liked how you were so, you had a greeting at the start, which is good. You know, thank you. Here I am at the scene. You're letting the audience know what you're doing there, what's going on, and great facts you came up with there, which I was like, oh yeah, that would probably happen, that they'd have video footage of the theft. So I thought your report was very believable and well constructed. Now, there was a great learning moment for us all there. It happens to everybody. It's happened to me. I'd be in the middle of a presentation and suddenly my mind goes blank. Oh, what am I supposed to say next? That happened to Elwin for a brief second. Elwin did something that only advanced speakers do. I was very impressed, Elwin. You didn't apologize. I've seen so many people, they're doing a presentation and then they suddenly say, oh, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say next. Hold on a second. Sorry. And I just, inside, I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for you. Don't say sorry. If you make a mistake, if you blank, you don't apologize for it. I know it's not what we would normally say, but that's the way it is here. You just kind of move on. And Alwyn took a second, regrouped, finished his report. Good job, Alwyn. Very good job. A good job to both of our reporters. So there you go. That's a small taste of being, oh, there, Uncle Michael's clapping. That's a small taste of what I would try to do in my classes, which is have fun with public speaking. I know that you probably didn't go to mom and dad and say, please join me up to public speaking. So my job is to make the learning fun so that you want to come and learn about it because it is such an important life skill. So there's a small little taste. Now, before Uncle Michael takes over and wraps us up, do I have questions from the audience about public speaking or about anything? No math questions, though, please. I'm not good at math. You're going to let me off the hook easy. No questions. Okay, good. Always a scary part for me. Okay, I'm going to turn it back to Uncle Michael.
Very good.